Mic check. 10 o'clock Central Standard Time on a Sunday night. What YouTuber goes live then? This crazy sumbitch. Why go live? Well, you guys know I've probably recorded 300 to 700 hours. Hey Jenny, other side of the world. I've probably recorded 300 to 700 hours of videos trying to express myself, talking about my life, my struggles, the things I ponder, how I feel different. You know what I did with them? I threw them in the trash. It's really hard for almost every human being to fully expose their heart, their shitty character, their emotions, the real depths of the trials, struggles, tribulations, and challenges they go through. Do you know this number is probably way higher? But out of the 300 and something million people in America, over 70 million suffer from insomnia. I wonder how many suffer from neuropathy in their hands and such severe carpal tunnel and nerve damage that they drop shit 24 hours a day. I should look that up. Did you know that also 70% are said to suffer from mental disabilities? Most days I like to try to believe it's just spiritual demons. Some days that's hard, because the Bible says with fasting and prayer, those demons can be cast out. Why the hell am I alive right now? Well, because even though I can delete this in the future, Jenny, you're already in the future, but in my future, and those that are in the same time zones as me, future. Shut up, Long Island Islands. I can't stand you, honestly, anymore. Used to like you, now I can't stand you. Your voice freaking makes me want to puke, honestly. Me and my uncle had to go to the store tonight. It's really hard. My uncle's like a kid. He asks for things. He will make comments not asking for things, but basically saying that he wants things. And in the past, I'll get mad at him, get pissed off for doing that. And I'd kind of yell at him, tell him it's bullshit. But right now, I'm trying to learn to take a softer approach with my uncle. He wanted Klondikes, and he wants this, and he wants that, and these things, and that things, and everything else. I went over to the produce, because every time I cook a meal, I look in our cupboard, and I'm desperate for fresh food. And by fresh, I mean, I don't like canned vegetables. I don't like frozen vegetables. It's just not the same. But to pick between Blue Bonnet margarine or real cream butter is a $2.98 difference at my Walmart. You know how much this shit costs? On sale I buy these that I don't even like for about $4.50, but I have to give my phone number to get the discount. If I didn't buy these the other day, I could have used that difference to get real butter instead of fucking vegetable oil butter. Why am I talking about this random shit? Well, because my mind wanders all kinds of places when it's late at night. Would you like to know what I was thinking about tonight, aside from all this random little shit? How long it's been since I've seen my child. My son's 16. Actually, pretty much 16 and a half. It's been 12 years since I've seen him. 12 years. I have no idea who he is. I have no idea what he's like. I like to believe he has a heart like me, because he has my DNA. But then there's a huge part of me that's like, I really hope he's nothing like me. Because would you like to know another one of the greatest things that sorrows my heart? I'm single. At 8 years old, I had my family planned. I was going to have 4 to 8 kids. I was going to be an architect or a doctor. But I wasn't going to be one that didn't spend lots of time with my wife and children. A lot of people tell me, well, you're single because you don't get out there and mingle. Well, in ways, you're right. But let me tell you the greatest reason why I'm single. Welcome to Confessions at the Parts Washer, except we're not at the parts washer. We're at the fucking bench, and we're about to smoke a cigarette and give ourselves some cancer. I have something called intermittent explosive disorder, they say. And the more I try to understand why I get angry and blow up at the most random shit, the harder it is to try and disbelieve that as a mental health diagnosis. How can you love someone and just completely fucking verbally just explode like the atomic bomb of Hiroshima at them? And then go away and cry because you hurt somebody you love and you don't understand why. The realistic reason why I've been single for 12 years is because I have character flaws that I choose not to expose people to long term. My uncle deals with it amazingly, honestly. I'll give him credit. A lot of it's out of fear, but a lot of it is because he loves me. And he understands. A lot of times I don't mean the shit I say in anger. I promise you, anybody watching this right now or in the future, I promise you, you have expressed hurt, sadness, pain, sorrow, anguish, grief. You've expressed it as anger. Anger is a defense mechanism. And unfortunately, it's my greatest defense mechanism. I've told you guys a couple times, a lot of people tell me I should write a book. And a lot of this YouTube shit is me trying to get it out there in a way that someday I can sit down with it and organize it. Because I don't have a mind anymore that can process things properly, that can be organized. You should see me trying to provide for my uncle, cook for my uncle, make sure my uncle takes his meds, make sure there's groceries in the fridge, do this YouTube, try and make money, try and stay off of drugs, try and fix my vehicles, try and clean my house, do my laundry, bathe myself, brush my teeth, walk my dog, feed my dog, water my dog, walk the cat, or feed the cats, water the cats, pay the bills, deal with legal matters. Again, my life, everything around me, look how messy this shit is. Just look, everything is a fucking mess. My whole house, and right now both our vehicles look like that. And I have OCD. Would you believe looking at that shit? I have OCD, and I can't stand disorganization. Bible says in Genesis 2:18, it is not good that man should be alone. I shall make an helpmeet for him. You know what happened after that? The alleged king of the universe, Adonai, caused Adam to fall in a deep sleep. So he gave him anesthesia. He cut open his side. He took his scalpel and cut open his side, metaphorical scalpel, removed his rib, and from his rib created a helpmeet for him, the woman, Eve. Every time I go out into the community, I look at people and I wonder, is that a male or is that a female? Because nobody knows what fucking sex they are anymore, it seems. You got men that are cross-dressers. You got men that like men but want to be a woman. You got women that want to be a man but like women. You got women that want to be a woman but like women. You got women that want to be a man but like men. The world is so fucking just doesn't make sense anymore. It's so off track from anything that's fathomable anymore. And it makes me think, well, shit, our phone's dying. Shall we move you guys over here and put you on life support? Realistically, right now, I don't know why I'm doing this live event. I was trying to watch some media, which most days I'll tell you, shit's the devil. Dion once said to me, you talk about how bad media is, yet you have a YouTube channel. When I talk about media being bad, I mean TV shows, I mean the news, I mean the propaganda. A lot of music is bad. A lot of nights I lay up thinking, who can I call? Who can I talk to that will understand what I'm going through? I'm a father, but I'm not. 12 years. 12 of his 16 years. I haven't been able to be there. And I have 49% custody. But yet our corrupt justice system prevents me from getting my rights enforced. Why? Because I have a dick. And she's got a pussy. Oh shit, sorry YouTube, I guess I just prevented this video from being monetized. Because we're talking about things that could hurt people's feelings, that people might find offensive. Did you guys know? If you talk about that shit, your video can't be monetized. That's the censored world we live in. I got real depressed tonight going to the store with my uncle. Because in so many ways, I just want to be able to give my uncle the snacks he wants. But it's not just financial reasons. It's health reasons that I can't. I did buy him snacks that he shouldn't eat. But it's because I know when my uncle gets back to work, he's going to help try and dig me out of this fucking $30,000 debt I've put myself in. Trying to be a normal human being with a successful business. As my saws hang on hooks and don't sell. I had a drug dream last night. And the night before. And the night before. By drug dream, I mean, in my dreams I do drugs. No, Direct D, not all cops are bad, but 99% of them are. And the cops that stand by and watch bad cops be bad cops and don't say shit, they're bad cops. Back on track. When I do drugs in my dreams, it depresses me. When I wake up with agonizing, miserable neck pain, and I think, I can't do this. What's the point? I have a subscriber that on February 15th, he had surgery. On February 15th, my uncle came home from the hospital. I asked this subscriber, can I please share that message in a video? He said sure. So I'm not going to say the subscriber's name. I'll just let him or her decide if they want to comment on this video mentioning that it's them. I messaged my subscriber and asked how they were doing on the 15th, and the response I got was, I'm in ICCU. The doctor nicked my lung during the surgery. Text you when I get out. Well, shit. It's one of my favorite subscribers. So much has been donated to this channel. Grocery money. Money for my uncle's meds. Parts to fix saws. The first several months of this business before my neck started hurting like it was, I was doing okay. I didn't have to worry about money. For one of the few times in my life I didn't have to worry about money. I could order parts without fear of not being able to pay for them or pay off the credit cards I put them on. I'd use up my credit cards, rack up my cash advances or my cash backs, and pay them off. Now, I'm having to open more credit cards to buy my uncle's meds. But anyways, this is the message. On the 17th, after I found out my subscriber was home from the hospital by their daughter, I checked in on them and they sent me this. Blessings in disguise. This is what they sent me. This is final message sent to my family. Blank is home. God is good. So many answered prayers. He's to be quiet and rest. No activities that would cause him to take a fast, deep breath, which could possibly make more air enter in his chest through the drain. The drain is an open one and not a closed system. I had 2 of those when I got run over. This should be removed Thursday. The inflammation in his body is resolving. All labs/body symptoms are back to normal. No need for insulin. His pain is tolerable on Tylenol. He has to take calcium 3 times a day. They will check his level on Tuesday. That's in 2 days. Post-op on Thursday. Backstory. All of this started with Blank being diagnosed with multiple endocrine neoplasia type 1. It's called MEN1. A genetic disorder that causes cancer in the parathyroid glands, the pituitary gland, and the pancreas. He had a head and abdominal CAT scan in December that were normal. He was to repeat that in a year, December 2024. While in ICU, the chest imaging caught a glimpse of his pancreas. They then ordered an abdominal CAT scan to better view the organ. It showed parenchymal, I don't know if I'm saying that right, parenchymal atrophy in the pancreas. This is a precursor to cancer. If it wasn't for this surgical mishap, this wouldn't have been found for another 10.5 months. They made a referral to a pancreas specialist for further investigation. Maybe this was a blessing in disguise. Please feel free to reach out to Blank. Texting is best for now, as his throat is sore when talking. I'm not going to share the email that's given. It says if you need my email for a card, it is, but I'm not going to share that. It says, thank you all for prayers, thoughts, and good vibes. We are blessed to have friends and family like you. So basically, this guy had surgery. The surgeon screwed up. And because of that, they caught something very early that potentially could have killed him. Oftentimes I wonder what would happen. What would happen if today my son came back into my life? Would my explosive temper be something he would be exposed to? Or would he be the key? The one thing that could help me control that behavior? Honestly, I don't know. I like to believe so. But one of the things that stopped me from fighting harder to get my 49% custody enforced was because I didn't want him exposed to that. And I thought he'll just be better off without me, because I'm a piece of shit. Life is hard, neighbors. For most, if not all of us on this planet. And all those that have come before us, and all those that will come after us. Life is hard. Many people don't see it, but I see it. There is a mass psychosis in the world right now. We let the government fear us into hibernating in our homes for over a year. We let them fear us into beating each other up over toilet paper. The human mind is an interesting thing. How easily it can be manipulated in most people. A lot of times I don't do certain things because I'm like, yeah, I know that can easily manipulate people, make my channel grow, make people like me more, this and that, blah, 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 blah. But somehow, there's just this piece of me that just knows that's so damn wrong, even though the majority of the world is like that. "12 years. 12 years I haven't seen my son. 12 years. Every day when I wake up, I just want to stay in bed. That's if I sleep. Why do I want to stay in bed? Because I think I don't want to do it today. I'm in pain. A lot of people say there's hope for the future. Well, for me, here's the thing. I don't have hope of a help me in my future. Genesis 2:18. It is not good that man should be alone. I shall make and help me for him. Why? I have no desire to expose another human being to this piece of shit. That's right. I admit I'm a piece of shit. I know I am. I'm a filthy, vile, disgusting, mean, miserable, fucking wretch. I got a huge fucking heart. but it's almost impossible to see once you see the temper that I can have. Love thy neighbor as thyself, for no man has ever hated his own flesh. That's what Yeshua said. I say, but Jesus, that's bullshit. I hate myself. And I know a lot of people that are shut-ins because they hate themselves, because they don't fit in, because they're not accepted, etc., etc., etc. Problem is, when you put it in terms of the Bible, love thy neighbor as thyself. If you don't love yourself, you can't love your neighbors. When you think about grace and what the Bible says about Jesus loving us through our shittiness, how is it a lot of us can love others and hate things about them, but I appreciate that, Jenny. I try my best. Lost my thought. Let's see here. But we hate ourselves. Absolutely hate ourselves. So in reality, the truth is, we don't give ourselves grace. A lot of people, you say you give yourself grace, but you don't. A lot of times it's just a front. In the grocery store, went over and I just wanted to buy some lettuce, tomatoes, fresh produce. Even though I know it still has almost no nutritional value because it's chemicalized. It's probably 8 weeks old and has preservatives all over it and in its freaking growth. But I just desperately wanted to eat something healthy. You know, a lot of people... That's right, Jenny. You know, a lot of people don't eat healthy because it's cheaper to eat shit. It used to be that fast food was the cheapest way to eat shitty. Not today. But you know, when you can go buy a burrito that's complete garbage, nothing nutritional in it, for $1.25, but a salad costs $5.47. What you gonna pick when you're poor? But do you know what you put into your body through your mouth affects the chemicals up here? And so when you can't eat healthy, inflammation in your body, when you have pain, increases. Depression increases. Anger, anxiety, fear, insomnia, it all increases because we're eating fucking garbage chemical food. $12 years. 12 years of not seeing my son. I suffer from insomnia. And let's add to the list of things that keep me up at night. When I go to sleep, I might do drugs. I have to get my uncle's insulin ready for him. You know how hard it is. When I used to put heroin in my veins. To fill that needle up, flick it, get the air bubbles out. Ever since I started doing that for him, my drug dreams have increased tenfold. I told my dad one time, I feel like a piece of shit. I got high in my dreams. He's like, yeah, but that's just a dream. I think somebody that's not been there cannot comprehend when you're desperately trying to stay sober and you get high when you go to sleep, what the fuck it does to you. How it impacts you when you wake up. Especially when you know every day for the rest of your life you're gonna wake up and look over and see the other half of your bed empty. Because the flaws that you have are too much to put on another human being. And so, in a roundabout way, I'm grateful for the people I have on this channel. I'm grateful for my uncle. But there's still certain parts of my life where I will always be alone. Pain's so fucking bad in my neck that I don't see a point. Why? Why do human beings have to suffer so much? That's alright, Blanche. I was thinking actually about you tonight. I was wondering. I thought you might be having a rough day when you responded about the headphones my uncle was wearing. I almost called your neighbor, but I was like, I think she's probably having a rough day. I better let her try and rest. Why do human beings have to suffer so much? Why? What options does someone have that's in so much chronic pain that they can't function? I know you do, Blanche. I know. What options? Hey, neighbor Joe. Thanks for your purchase. I expect you to email me a picture of at least the sweater. You don't have to email me a picture of you wearing the sweater, but I want to see a picture of it when you get it, if you haven't gotten it already. Just email it to me. If you forgot. Ugh. There you go, neighbor. SmallEngineRedemption@gmail.com. My uncle and I talk a lot about the struggles I have every day. I just want this neck pain to go away. It took me a lot of years to be able to cope with the other pains that I have. My back, my hips, my hands, my neck wasn't this bad. My shoulders, my teeth, my migraines, my ankle, my knees. And then this fucking neck pain came along and has just destroyed my life. Destroyed it. For 2 years, I never saw a doctor. I didn't take a damn medication. Not one prescribed medication. Yeah, I can't pamper myself, Blanche. I'm $30,000 in debt and I have an uncle to feed. I opened another credit card to buy his medicines this month. It is what it is. Fuck it. Maybe our credit will get ruined again and we'll say fuck it and not pay him back again. I don't want to do that. I like having those $4,000 and $5,000 and $6,000 credit card limits available for emergencies. Right now we don't, but The neck pain. It's crippling me. And I think, what's the point? If Jesus is out there and he's real, what's the purpose? Why do I have to suffer this much? Ask and ye shall receive. Okay? Jesus, will you heal me, please? Nothing. Okay. Jesus, must be my faith is weak. Will you make my faith stronger, please, so I have faith enough to ask you to heal me, and you will? Nothing. Okay, maybe it's for somebody else to benefit their life, but can I get an hour of relief? 1 day a week, please? No. Nope. 2 years, no fucking doctors. No medications for my high blood pressure. No medications for my GERD. I don't have proton pump inhibitors in my stomach, which means that flap that keeps all your acid down, I don't have one. So if I don't take my protonics, I suffer from 24-hour heartburn. But for 2 years, it was better. My blood pressure was under control. Yes, I had good days and bad days still. Yes, I had days I could barely do anything physical. Yes, I still had days of depression. But it wasn't like this. A pain so fucking crippling. That I went back to the doctors. A pain so crippling. It's all but killed my fucking faith in Jesus. A pain so crippling. It's taken the temper that I have and amplified it 10,000 by 10,000. I just want to work and make an honest living. I just want to grow food and go outside and pick my food. Now I'm trying to rely on doctors, but yet every time I go to the fucking doctor, nothing they do works. There's 8 billion people on this planet. 8 billion. There's so much suffering in this world. And it kills me. We got people out there with $100 billion, $200 billion, $300 billion. But yet children are dying of starvation every day. People are jumping off of bridges, killing themselves every day. People are ODing on drugs every day. I could never comprehend people having that much money. The fuck you gonna do with $100 billion when you already own 500 cars, 200 skyscrapers, a fucking private island, 50 fucking boats? How can you be that selfish to know that nothing more than money is what somebody needs simply to survive and have a meal? And you can help, but you choose not to. Charities piss me the fuck off. I'm trying to think of the name of the one. Starts with an A. Not the ASPCA. I can't think of the name, but yeah, the problem, Joe, is with that Give me back his comment so I can see the whole thing, YouTube, you bastard. Shit, Joe. Won't let me have your comment back. I saw the part about THC available and then it disappeared. Makes my pain worse. I've been in Nevada and tried every fucking strain of marijuana there is, and all of it inflammates my pain. All of it. All of it, all of it, all of it. I used to be an avid pothead. 7 days a week. 24 hours a day. Smoking blunts. Selling weed. Smoking an ounce a day. Makes my pain worse. See, my brain injury. Every time I read a comment, I lose my thought. Let me try and get it back here. Damn. Well, edibles don't kill your lungs, Blanche. There's all kinds of different ways to take marijuana these days. I got gummies and edibles and... Yep. Indica, sativa, doesn't matter, Joe. Just doesn't matter. It all destroys me. What the fuck was I saying? Rich people. Oh, charities. Most charities. There's about 3 to 5 people that are filthy fucking rich. And they give less than 2% of the donations they receive to actually help other people. That's just a reality. But yet, sorry neighbors, not sorry, a lot of you are probably part of the deep psychosis. The mass psychosis that human beings are under. You see a commercial that causes you to cry. For just $19 a month, you can help. Sorry, Wounded Warrior Projects, I used to donate to you. But then I saw how much your CEO and your president and the top people in your charity make. The homes you're living in out in fucking Beverly Hills. The multiple mansions across the countries that you have. Sorry, ASPCA, I used to donate to you. But then I saw the tens of thousands of stories of people that asked you for help with their animals. And you said you just don't have funds. But yet your charity rakes in millions and millions and millions of dollars every year. What's wrong with this picture, neighbors? What's wrong with this picture? I was so naive as a fucking kid. So naive. I believed all this shit. You know? But that's the thing, you see. Think about it. Sorry to you neighbors that I don't say Happy Christmas, whatever, Happy Thanksgiving, all that bullshit. Christmas is a pagan holiday. The Bible says it's fucking pagan. The Bible talks about how the Christmas tree and dressing it with ornaments is pagan worship. But yet, well, I just do it for the grandkids. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I can still fucking love you. We don't have to agree. But I'm going to tell you, it's fucking wrong. It's wrong. It's just fucking wrong. You go start your relationship with your children, lying to them about a mythical fucking creature, Santa Claus. The Easter Bunny. Cupid. So we are taught right off the bat, it's okay to lie. You see, it all starts at the beginning. Right away. The very first thing in our relationship with our parents is deception and fucking lies. Well, Joe, that's what the Bible says. It says the last shall be first and the first shall be last. And we'll see what happens. My faith is weak. And I'm not afraid to admit it. It always still seems to come back to Jesus, but at the same time, I question, maybe that's just my desperation. Maybe that's just my desperation for Jesus to be real. For for 1 Corinthians 13 to be possible. For love that deep to actually exist. But then you see my selfishness and my pridefulness and my egotistical, well, I'm better than you in this way of, at least I truly love people. But do I? Can you fucking absolutely blow up, scream verbally, break shit in front of, punch walls towards somebody you love when they've only done a minor thing that upsets you? Is that really love? Not according to the Bible. Not in my definition. If you did that shit to me, I'd say you don't fucking love me. So, there's my confession. I'm a wretched piece of shit. So many ways I think I'm better than other people, but I'm not. I'm really not. We all have our pros and our cons. We all have our character qualities that make us different, that make us stand out, that make us an attribute to the world. And then we all have our character qualities that make us different, that make us stand out, and that make us non-attributes to the world. When I was on the wrestling team, Ephesians is an interesting book. When I was on the wrestling team in high school, I didn't fit in. I wasn't part of the team. I was a member of the team, but I wasn't a part. I was on the football team and I didn't fit in. I was a member of the football team, but I didn't fit in. Why is that? Lots of different speculations could go behind why I didn't fit in. But you see, every great scientist, astrologist, meteorologist, physicist, philosopher, pretty much all of them say the same thing. Nothing comes from nothing, right? The Big Bang Theory, when I was in school, was just that. A theory. But do you know what it is today? It's fact. It's false fact, but it's fact. It's taught as that's what it is. It is generally accepted among like 63% of the world. That includes Christians. Do you know how many Christians twist evolution with their Bible? Oh, bullshit. My Bible says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And then it goes through 7 days where shit was created, not evolved. And really, if you think about it, if fucking evolution's real, human beings are really shitty. We're fucking going downhill real fast. All the diseases, the cancers, the idiocy, the mental illnesses, brain damage, brain injuries, fucking tumors. Don't need our gallbladder. Don't need our fucking tonsils. Don't need our appendix. Well, shit. Why the hell did we develop that shit if we didn't need it? Nothing comes from nothing. Joe, what do you mean? Oh, I don't know if you're talking to somebody else or me, Joe, by English. I don't know why this damn phone isn't bringing up the comments once they fade. I guess I need to open it on this one so I can see the comments better. I didn't expect anybody to be here, but I figured, damn, somebody else has got to be awake on a Sunday night. Especially people that don't have to be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get to it on my own account. I don't don't think it will let me. I'll have to switch to my other one. Bear with me, neighbors. Hopefully I don't lose my thought. Account. I'm going to switch to this one. There we go. Wish both of us could swim like fish, neighbor. Yeah, Joe, wouldn't that be something? That would be something. Just catching up to you guys' comments here. Oh yeah, he typed eyes and then Arabic. I get a lot of people that I think that's Arabic. Unfortunately, I can't read Arabic. Wish I could. So, let's see. Nothing comes from nothing. Evolution. Right. Good and evil. Hey, Joe, my neck, my back, my hips, everything cracks. Chris, welcome. You know what I was watching today? I was actually thinking about you today because you messaged me right after I started thinking about you today. I was watching a video on the female bald eagle calling the male bald eagle to sit on the eggs. And it's just so beautiful. These people have these cameras inches from these bald eagle nests in sub-zero temperatures where there's 40-mile-an-hour wind blowing non-stop, and to see this bird majestically soar seamlessly against these 40-mile-an-hour winds up in Alaska, that they can see, just like turkey vultures, you look at their eyes and they can see miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and see a freaking mouse like it was right in front of their face, like your 80-inch TV screen. Fascinating, right? That is so damn fascinating. But yet, evolution. So if human beings are at the top of the food chain, why the fuck aren't our eyes evolved that much? Explain that shit to me. So, nothing comes from nothing. Where'd the big ball of gas come from? It couldn't have come from nothing. Where'd good and evil come from? Why do dogs have emotions? Why do cats have emotions? Why do cows have emotions? Oh, you lucky bastard. I see turkey vultures a lot here in Tennessee. And once in a while, I'm fortunate enough to see a hawk. I see a lot of deer. Haven't seen any bear yet, but they are around here. Plenty of birds. But mostly turkey vultures. And turkey vultures, in all honesty, when they're flying through the sky, to me, they're fucking majestic as hell. They're black with their white underneath on their wings. 6 and 7 and 8 foot wingspans. Beautiful. Until you see their nasty heads. Then it's like, oh, what the hell happened to you? Look like somebody fucking caught your damn head on fire and left the rest of you alone. All my life, ever since I was a kid, there's just something right here in the heart. Right? We say that that emotion comes from the heart and the mind. That just really does care. For example, okay, I watched Pierogi on Scammer Payback. I don't know how many. That's awesome, Joe. I don't know how many of you have seen his channel, but he's got 7.17 million, 1.17 million followers. And he did a video of catching scammers and giving somebody back their $2,500 they got scammed. He's got all this crazy blue hair. But I think in reality, as a YouTuber, I know how much money he makes per video. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for one fucking video. And on top of that, he makes $30 and $40 and $50 and $60,000 per, you guys, per live event in Super Chats. Per. I want to believe so desperately that that shit's not faked. But yet I think a lot of it is. And then I think, wow, you can make fucking $60,000 in 2 hours. Yet I've got neighbors in my community that are homeless. My moldy, dilapidated trailer is falling apart. Me and my uncle are drowning in over $380,000 of his medical bills right now after insurance from his 2 stays in the hospital. I spent 10 years paying off $250,000 in medical debt. What is he really doing good? But yet I find myself, because of the YouTube algorithm, still watching him and still getting tears jerked from my eyes when I see these things that he's allegedly doing good for others. I'm not saying he's not. I don't know. It's not my right to judge, because I don't fucking know him. But a lot of his followers are these alleged scammers. And so he's making money off of the people that he says are shitty. Yeah, it is, Chris. We should all move to Canada. They got it right. Government takes care of their fucking people when it comes to medical. I don't know why this chat doesn't update. I gotta figure all this technology shit out. It's trying to show me an ad. Oh, shit. I paused it, I guess. Why am I getting ads in a live event? Do you know YouTube recommends my own videos to me? YouTube, do you know I have to watch that shit when I edit it? I don't want to watch no more of myself. I'm tired of myself, damn it. Stop recommending my own videos to me. I don't want to watch myself. Shit, what's the matter with you? Where's our chat? Live chat. So, I think about, since Joe, you're saying you believe in Jesus. Chris, I don't know you believe, so you've never mentioned, or maybe you have. And Blanche, I know you believe in Jesus. Jesus is but a word, an English word. Realistically, the Hebrew is Yeshua HaMashiach. Okay? And that actually, Joshua is what that translates to in English. But in Arabic, which was Jesus' primary language historically, there's no way they would have been calling him Joshua. A lot of times I wonder, do I get it wrong? I get it wrong with Jesus. Why? Why do I suffer so much chronic pain? I think about my sister Adrienne. Her life wasting away hooked up to an oxygen machine. Watching TV all day long. All day. I think about my uncle wasting away, watching TV all day long, doing nothing else, eating and watching TV. That's it. That's all he does. That's it. That's his life. Why are there so many human beings out there whose life doesn't seem to have purpose? Why? You wouldn't believe the types of answers these bullshit churches give you. Well, God works in mysterious ways. Well, the Lord has a plan. Blah, 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 blah. All they want is money. And then I think, why? Why? Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. Yeah, I have major character flaws. Well, Blanche, do we live to die? Keep it simple. Do we live to die? But why? Blanche, you have a fucking goodness in your heart that blesses my life. Why does that have to be wasted with crippling chronic pain? with being a shut-in. Yeah, Aramaic. That's right. That was his primary language, Joe. Most historians accept that as fact. Most. He would have spoke Aramaic, Hebrew, and three languages he spoke: Aramaic, Hebrew, and Greek. Greek. Yeah, so much history and BS in the Bible. That's the other thing. There's a song by a guy named Dax, and it's called Dear God. And he says, fuck in it. Just like you guys know me. When I read the Bible, I say fuck, shit, cunt, and goddamn it. Because God's not his name. But in that song, Dax says, you're the one who made it. I don't want to hear it from another human being. You're the one who made it. You're the last person I'm ever going to ask. I want to hear it from you. The Bible is fucking tainted. Promise you. No matter what version you read. Promise you. Tainted. Especially in English. Because when King James had it translated, yeah, Blanche is awesome, Joe. Well, you know, Blanche, life after death, that's one that I could go into forever and ever and ever and ever. But a lot of people, see, I don't fear death, and I don't fear the end, and I don't fear nothingness. I honestly prefer death over being here. Honestly. This fucking world is garbage. This life is garbage. Okay? Yes, it is therapy time, Chevy. Welcome, Chevy. Thanks for being here. Yes, person that's writing in Aramaic, yes, this is therapy time. Absolutely. For you, for me, for anybody that it could help. That's all it's about. Can't sleep. It's Sunday night. We're up. What the fuck? Might as well. Well, again, Joe, Yahweh is not English. Yod He Vav He. Yah. They say his name is so holy that it was hidden what the true translation of YHWH actually is. What are we to believe? Right? I see so many people hurt. And I see so many people that they cling to the hope and the faith of Jesus being real. And sometimes I wonder, is that what I'm doing? Because honestly, there's no religion out there. None. None. I know what almost every religion believes, and there's not one out there. Not one out there that to me gives me hope. Like Christianity. But I don't mean Christianity. I mean the character of Christ. Yeshua HaMashiach, the Lamb who was slain. I'm desperate for him to be real. I'm fucking desperate. But the sad thing is, when I read my Bible, and he says he'll heal all our diseases, but our diseases don't get healed. When he says, don't worry for tomorrow, for your Father in heaven feeds also the birds of the sky. Did ye not know how much more important you are than a bird? But yet, he tells us in the Proverbs that we're to store up an inheritance to leave for our children. Well, fuck, Jesus, I'm not supposed to store my goods in a barn. How the fuck do I store up an inheritance for my child if I'm not supposed to store up treasures on earth? Explain that shit to me. So, it says, man should not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of Yah. Okay, fine. So I read my Bible. My Bible's tainted! And then I say, I just want to hear it from you. But then I get told by my Bible, I'm going to hear his voice in the thunder. I'm going to hear his voice in the rain. Not in the lightning, but a still small voice in my heart. Well, go on, neighbors. How many of you struggle to decipher the still small voice in your heart? Okay, so here's the deal. Good and evil, I mentioned earlier. Where the fuck do they come from? Where do emotions come from? Where do feelings come from? And why can I see 23 million Muslims suffer worse than most of the Christians suffer? That's it, Blanche, love. That's the thing I'm saying, is we got to get back to the milk. We're trying to eat the whole fucking cow, and we just got to learn love. And then maybe he'll teach us the rest. Okay, that's kind of where I'm going with this, I guess. I see 23 million Muslims praising God that they live in the middle of their God, that they live in the middle of the desert, that the women have to hike 5 and 6 and 7 hours a day just to get water, that the kids have to walk 2 hours each way to school, and the only meal they're going to get is at school, but their parents have to fucking work 18 hours a day just to send them to school. But then when the kids get old enough, 5 and 6 and 7 years old, to work, they have to work because their parents can no longer afford to feed them water and food. But yet, they still have faith. Like a Christian says, I have faith in Jesus. They still have faith in Allah, in their prophet Muhammad, who came 500 years after Abraham. Think about that shit. It's one of the newest religions on earth. Why? Why? Why, if the Holy Spirit, the great comforter, who abides and lives in us, will teach us all things, why do so many people in different faiths have stronger faith than I have in faith of the Creator, Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ? Why? You see, it's a perplexing conundrum. But yet, somehow, most days, if you guys go back to the very early videos on this channel, you won't hear me say fuck, shit, god damn it, nothing like that. You'll see a gentle, calm, docile, humble human being telling you about the Bible and then working on Chet. And then over here washing chainsaw parts while he confesses his sins to you. And tells you why he's doing it. And then all of a sudden, shit hit the metaphorical fan. And the chainsaw redeemer saying, God damn it, fucking shit. Showing you his anger, his rage, his bitterness, his lack of faith. Questioning Jesus. Yet somehow before that turn happened, I can tell you, it's weird, but I knew it was coming. My buddy Leonard, long story explaining who he is, but he rescued me from the shit faith-based rehab that was demonic that I went to in 2021 when I started getting sober. And he took me into his home. He's a hoarder. Just got all kinds of demons, if we want to call them that right now. He says, I saw you on The Chosen yesterday. You're Peter. And I thought, well, I kind of relate more to Matthew because he's an oddball that nobody likes, and he's an outcast, and he's weird, and he's different. His brain works differently and everything else. But let me tell you about a dream I had. About 2 years ago, up in North Dakota, I was helping a neighbor, Casey, Seventh-day Adventist, rebuild his home. Again, long fucking story, background. I'll give you the background more and more and more. I've talked about him before, but had a dream of a fig tree. Him and I had bought a fig tree from Lowe's. And he would take it out during the day and put it on the balcony, the back porch, on the railing. And one day the fig tree disappeared. 3 days. Joe, Blanche, 3 days. And then I had a dream. And the dream was kind of all over the place. But basically when I woke up, I essentially told Casey the dream was that I don't know where, but the fig tree it's in darkness, it's under something, it's buried under trash or something. A year and a half I was there, and not once ever did the trash man arrive beyond 9:30 to take our trash at the curb. But yet on this day, it was 10:30 in the morning, our trash was still at the curb. I told Casey my dream in detail. I didn't mention garbage. But when I went back down into his basement to get my shoes on, to hike through the snow to the curb, to dig through the garbage, he already had the garbage can at the back balcony and was at the fig tree pulling it out of the fucking trash. And then I repotted that fig tree because I had been putting it off before it disappeared. But here's the problem. My soil that I used was extremely dry. So I put it in the pot and added a shit ton of water. Big mistake. I should have added the water to my soil before putting it in the pot. And I slowly watched that fig tree die for a couple of weeks as it drowned and we didn't know why it was dying. And I told Jesus, I won't let my faith die even if that fig tree dies. But I'm a fucking liar! Because I went into darkness. Mad at him. Why the fuck would you do that? Why lift me up just to beat me back down? Why? Why give me something that I finally think I've connected to you in a way that's just true? Why? Why? I finally got a dream. First dream of my life that I ever actually believed was from a fucking creator, King Jesus. Why? Why would you fucking take it away from me? Why would you let me kill that tree? Why? Still don't have the answer to that. But let's move forward to the beginning of this YouTube channel. A little over a year ago I started it. What is a jackwad? I don't know who said jackwad, but a jackwad is a jackass, I guess. When I started this YouTube channel, it seems like I somehow saw a place of right now. Videos are only getting like 50 and 60 views when I've had dozens of videos make it to the algorithm before. Saws used to sell like crazy. Good night, Chris. Not really preaching, just sharing my life. Saws used to sell like crazy. I couldn't keep them on the fucking shelf. At the beginning of this channel, I felt like, I'll trust you, King Jesus. You want me to reject that big ass building that took me fucking 8 months of prayer and deciding and planning to order, all because of a little bit of damage that the company won't promise to fix? If you don't know the story of my building, sorry, it's a long story, not going to get into it right now. It was pouring rain when it came in, I had to reject it. That's why I have the smaller building. But I said, even if it all fails, no matter what, I'm going to trust you that it's for a greater purpose. And for several months now, you guys, I know you've seen it if you've been here a long time. Those of you that are new, you might not see it, but I was a completely different character 8, 9, 10 months ago on this channel. Completely different. I told him I won't let my faith die. I'll trust you. No matter what, I'll be like Job. You can slaughter my whole fucking family and all my livestock, and I'll trust you even if I don't like it. Yeah, thanks, Jenny. Hit the like, guys. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, Jenny. Sorry. But yeah, as every little bitty thing that can go wrong each and every day consistently continues to go wrong, and I beg for mercy and grace and fucking just peace, just a little bit of break, the miserable fucking neck pain that has completely shut me down. If I had that big building that I ordered originally right now, it'd get repoed because I wouldn't be able to afford the payments because I'm barely scraping by. And those payments were almost twice what the current Shed Shop 2.0 is per month. They were, I think $788 a month. And right now I'm paying $446 a month, I think. And barely able to pay that There's no way in hell I could pay $778 right now. Divine? I don't know. But when I rejected that building, I was trying to trust. But nowadays I'm thinking, okay, even if I trusted you right now, Jesus, this neck pain, it 100% shuts my life down most days. I can't do shit. I can't sit at the computer and edit. I can't lay in bed and edit on my phone. I don't want to get out of bed. I can't shower. I can't fucking take care of my uncle. Honestly, guys, it's unlike any fucking pain I've ever felt in my life. And y'all have seen my fucking scar on my back. I don't know how to cope with it. I don't know how to deal with it. So I started drinking a lot. And I've never liked alcohol, ever, ever, ever. I came to a point I was drinking every day. And one night I just fucking dumped like $80 worth of liquor and fucking mixed beverages down the drain. And I said, that's it, I can't do this no more. I hated to waste the money, but I did. And I've done that a couple times since then. It's like trying to put a puzzle together and you're missing just a couple of pieces. The puzzle can't be complete without those pieces. You know what the full picture looks like, but you can't find those missing pieces. And you know seemingly somehow they're supposed to be missing, but you don't like it. Do you know Jesus Christ murdered millions of people? Oh wait, no he didn't. It's his creation, so it's not fucking murder. Do you know he's a do as I say, not as I do parent? Oh wait, no he's not, because he ordered his servants to murder thousands and tens of thousands of fucking people, while he himself murdered tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. I get mad and angry. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? At Yosemite, Yeshua HaMashiach sweat blood. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Yah, and the Word was Yah. And then we get this big, huge story leading up to Jesus knows I'm going to die. I'm going to be raised in 3 days. Why did he say, why hast thou forsaken me? Why did he ask in Yosemite if there be any other way? You see, because here's the deal. Agree with me, disagree with me, I don't give a shit. If the Bible's real, the plan changed. He sweat blood because the wages of sin is death, eternal separation from the Father. Jesus just thought he was dying and going back to the Father in 3 days, no big deal. But at Yosemite, something was different. He was going to be eternally dead and separated from the Father. Why'd you change the plan on me, Daddy? What's going on here? 4,000 years we've had this plan with mankind. You just told me I had to be separated from you 3 days. But yet still, again, if he's real, apparently he loved us so fucking much. He was willing to be eternally separated from his Father, so that we don't have to be eternally separated from the Father. And then on the cross, again, believe me or believe your fucking preacher, I don't give a shit. I ain't never had nobody teach me the Bible. I just read the shit and asked the Holy Spirit to teach me for years and years and years. That's all I did. Fuck the church. They're doing some confusing, wretched fucking shit, selfish shit, steal all your money shit. Okay? I don't trust them. He said, there'll come a day you won't find me in a building, but you find me in your heart. I will write my laws upon your heart. So, my Yah, Why hast thou forsaken me? Why'd you change the plan, Daddy? You see, if the Bible's real, Jesus had to experience eternal death, separation from the Father, eternally, not for 3 days. Is that what true love is? Because at the beginning of all this YouTube shit, that's basically what I said I would do for you, neighbor. I told him, fine, fuck it, so be it. I burn in hell for my neighbors. If they can feel the fucking love that I've never felt. If they can feel like they matter, like I've never fucking felt. If they can feel like their life is valued, like I've never fucking felt. So be it. Send me down to Sheol to burn in eternity. I don't give a shit. I just want my neighbors to feel loved. Because if more people in this world felt the love that we're supposed to be able to feel, I know a lot of you might think you feel it, Christians, but I honestly think a lot of you feel a fake broadcast love from the church. Sorry, not sorry. But when I read my Bible, and I read them fucking red letters, I'm desperate. Desperate for that kind of love. I'm desperate for that kind of forgiveness. I'm desperate for others to feel that. Not sometimes, but always. I'm desperate for the shut-ins, for the schizophrenics, for the depressed, the broken, the addicts, the alcoholics, the people with Asperger's like my uncle. All these people lost in doctrines and bullshit. I'm fucking desperate. There is no fucking point in this earth, in all of us, if y'all can't feel like you matter. Like you're fucking valued. Like you're loved. I'm sorry, but I tell him all the time, this isn't the way a father loves a son. Why do you keep torturing me? Why? Why? Why are all my neighbors hurting so much? Why is everybody around me suffering so much? Why is the whole world fucking suffering so much? Why? I can't answer that one, neighbors. But what I can tell you is here's my repentance. Sometimes I tell them, fuck you guys. I want to be loved. Sorry, neighbors. I'm selfish. I want to be healed. I want to feel comforted. I want to take it back, Jesus. I won't burn in hell for my neighbors. Fuck that shit. I won't suffer for my neighbors. Fuck that shit. What's the moral of the story? I don't fucking know. Whatever you want it to be. I just miss my son. And I'm struggling with the fact that I'll never have a wife again. Because I've got a temper that can't be tamed. And I won't expose another woman to that. It's bad enough my uncle's exposed to it. That's it. So I figured, fuck it. If I go live, at least maybe one person will see it and I can't delete it. Instead of recording it and then listening to it and saying, I can't put that shit on the internet. That's embarrassing. Nobody's gonna watch that. That's not gonna get any views. People are gonna bully you, make fun of you, blah, 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 blah. So, I just picked up my little tiny fucking balls. Said, fuck it, turn the camera on and start talking and see what the fuck happens. This is what happened. gotta go make sure my uncle's taking his meds and get his insulin ready, because his hands shake too bad to do it himself most times. And I worry because he sits there and says sometimes I do 20 milliliters, even though it's long-acting insulin, and he's only supposed to do 10. So I have to watch him real close, because even though he's 54, something's not right in his brain. He's very simple-minded. You too, Blanche. Love you. Even though I suck at it. So, until next time, neighbors, let's just keep trying our best to be kind to one another. I try to, Jenny, most of the time. You can't bullshit a bullshitter, and I used to be the greatest bullshitter there was. Anyways, no, I was never a very good bullshitter, honestly. I say that, but that's not true. So, let's try to be kind. Even though most days, let's face the reality, most of us struggle to fucking be nice and kind to our neighbors, because the world is such shit. Most of us assume we're being done dirty anytime something doesn't go right. We buy something used and it doesn't work, we assume our neighbor did us dirty. They lied, they cheated me, they stole from me. We misplaced something. You stole my shit! I know you stole my fucking cigarettes! You motherfucker, you drank my Pepsi! I know you did! Whatever it is. If you're a Christian, just know, I will reap your fucking character hard. I'll tell you what I think you're supposed to be doing, and hope you can accept it. Because if you tell me, don't judge me, I'm going to tell you, Jesus said, judge righteously. He said, for the same measure you judge one another, ye also will be judged. So, I'm just saying, hey, I expect him to judge me the way I'm judging you. I'm just telling you what the fuck the Bible says. So, that's it. So we'll say it. It's like we always do. I love all 8 billion of you. You know how many Christians will say they hate pedophiles? Well, guess what, Christians? Jesus said fucking love them! Because they're your neighbor and your enemy. So, even though I'm lying, and I suck at it, I'm going to keep saying it. Because I'm desperate. I'm fucking desperate for Jesus to come back. If he's fucking real. I'm desperate for him to heal you, Blanche. Joe. Jenny. I'm desperate for him to mend your relationships. Okay, neighbors. Till next time. Let's keep persevering. I hope everybody has a good night. Jenny, you're on the other side of the world. Other neighbor, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. I just saw you typing in Arabic. I think it is. I hope you have a good day. Neighbors, they're in the future. I'll see you tomorrow in the future. Oh shit, but you're still going to be a day ahead of me. Half a day, whatever. Either way, a conundrum, pretty fucking fascinating, right? Kind of like fish that live 20,000 fucking feet below the ocean floor that we still don't know about. That's it, neighbors. Thanks for being here. My ass hurts. I sat down too long. Where's the stop button? Here it is, neighbors.